Sheikh Abdul Rida Maash, a famous Arabic speaker, traveled to Tanzania in order to organize several cultural and religious programs in this country. In this journey, Sheikh Maash was accompanied by members of AhlulBayt institution. Stay tuned.
Tanzania is a country with a population of more than 45 million. It is located in eastern part of African continent. Just like other African countries, its economy depends on agriculture and exports. To north, Tanzania is neighbored by the following countries: Uganda and Kenya, to the east by Indian Ocean, and to south by Zambia, Mozambique and Malawi, and to west by Burundi, Rwanda and Republic of Congo. Africa's highest mountain, Mountain Kilimanjaro, is located in this country. English and Swahili are two spoken languages in this country. Islam, Christianity, and Buddhism are three major religions in this country. Recently, Sheikh Abdul Rida Maash, a Shia clergyman, traveled to country of Tanzania to meet with Shia communities in this country and become informed about their progress. This visitation comes after requests made by believers in this country.
توجهنا إلى هذا البلد طبعا هو الأساس أن
Due to invitations of Shia Islamic centers and communities in Tanzania, I've traveled to this country. In this journey, I tried to become aware more about the activities and programs of Islamic centers. First, I traveled to Arusha city. In Arusha, I visited the Islamic Center of AhlulBayt and met with the director and members of this center. This Islamic center was established following the guidelines of the Grand Islamic Authority Ayatollah Shirazi. This center is considered one of the most important Islamic centers in Africa. Hundreds of students are studying in this center. In this center, students are taught Arabic language, Islamic beliefs, history, manners, and the meaning of the Holy Quran verses. This Islamic center tries to empower students with the mentioned skills and send them off to their homes and towns with these important skills. Holding daily congregational prayers, reciting Kumal supplication and Nutba supplication are only few activities of this Islamic center. I try to designate classes for students to memorize the Ask supplication and a class for general Islamic principles. With no doubt, if it wasn't for the encouragement and support of the Grand Islamic Authority Ayatollah Sayyid Sadr Shirazi, this Islamic center would have never been built, because the Grand Islamic Authority always emphasizes that people should better get to know the Prophet's infallible progeny.
One of the main features and characteristics of Shias in the world and in country of Tanzania is that they abide by religious rules enthusiastically and wholeheartedly. They follow the instructions of God's messenger Prophet Muhammad and the God's messenger infallible progeny, word by word. They teach Islamic beliefs, manners, and principles to their kids since early ages. In many Shiism sects that exist, Khoja Ithna Ashari are also Shias that follow Imam Ali and live in many parts in the world, especially in African continent and in country of Tanzania. Originally, these Shias have come from Gujarat state, India, and they meticulously adhere to religious rules.
طبعا ماكو جاليات هناك بس أكو الخوجة.
There are many Shias in Tanzania, and the most important Shia group is Khawaja Ithna Ashari. Shia Khawaja have come from India to Africa in late 19th century. They arrived to the country of Tanzania and other places in Africa. They have built many religious centers, mosques, and contributed greatly to the spread of Shiism in this continent. Aside from this, the Wahhabis were not successful to spread their corrupt beliefs in this continent, and the people detest their beliefs.
Important religious occasions and days are observed respectably by Shias in this country, especially during the course of Muharram. At the beginning of Islamic calendar lunar year, month of Muharram is observed by Shias in Tanzania and Zanzibar. These observances include holding assemblies, gatherings, street marches, serving meals, covering Islamic centers and mosques with black drapes, all this to show extent of calamity that befell on God's messenger infallible progeny. It is also showing the love and loyalty to this holy family, especially to Imam Hussein, peace and blessings be upon them all.
طبيعي هم الآن المراكز الشيعية
Religious assemblies related to Imam Hussein's martyrdom witness good participation and attendance. It is where the spiritual thirst is quenched. To meet the ever-growing demand of managing such religious gatherings and assemblies, we have designed rhetoric classes for students to train them in managing such ceremonies. Correct recitation of the Holy Quran and supplications are also included in these classes. Through these designated classes, we try to educate as many as possible youth and make them aware of the God's Messenger teachings and his pure progeny. Shia Khaja Ithna Ashari in recent years have increased their efforts in marking Imam Hussein's martyrdom day, the Ashura Day, a widely accepted day in the African communities. So far, good efforts have been made. Many seminaries explaining this day have been designated, where authors, scholars, and writers have been invited to. At the end, I ask God the Magnificent to continue to help us in our mission.